Some of you have seen a lot of wet weather, and if you're a gardener, that's wreaking havoc for you as the weeds are, if you will, growing like weeds. So Amy Matthews, a licensed contractor with Home Advisor and HGTV, is joining us to find out how we can remedy this situation. Amy, thanks for being with us this morning. First, let's talk about why the weather is making such a widespread problem with the weeds.
Well, we had a very wet growing season, so the weeds got established in the spring, and then the summers have been dry, so weeds love sun, and so they're having a heyday.
And they steal the oxygen from the other plants, right?
They do. They, you know, like if you have thinning grass, they'll take over the grass, and if you have bare spots around other established plants, they'll take over everything.
Okay, so the best time to weed?
Well, of course you want to start weeding in the spring, but you don't want to have to do it all summer. Weeding in the fall and getting rid of them in the fall for these like pre-emergent weeds, stopping them from growing now is going to help that weed not grow in the springtime.
Okay, so we're right about that time period,
Perfect
right,
timing.
where we need to start doing this. So let's first talk about gloves. Are they prickly? I mean, can they hurt your hands?
It depends on the type of weed, but of course, I hate to say it, but hand pulling is still the tried and true way of getting rid of weeds. You want to get it at the root, and before you spray anything on it, just pulling that from the root. So put your gloves on, hold on, and give a gentle pull of each weed, and you'll actually get it out at the root.
It's kind of like if you have one of those random stray facial hairs that you
get it out at the root.
Just
don't just shave it off because it's coming back.
You got to get it out at the root.
Exactly.
Okay, so maybe, you know, hand pulling's a little tough. There are some tools that can help you do this?
Absolutely. That can take a toll on your back. So there's a couple different tools. A regular hoe like this is going to kind of break up that ground, that topsoil surface, and then it's going to be easy for you to pull those weeds out. A lot easier. But some of them have a deeper root base, so you're going to want to go. This is a winged weeder. So using something like that is great because it's a pinpoint. You can get down there, get it out at the root, and then pick it up.
So you generally just do kind of like a shovel, yeah?
You can even, exactly, and then a little bit of a turn, and you can actually like get asparagus out. You can use it in your garden in addition to your weeds. So it's kind of a handy tool, but these make it much easier on your back.
A twofer. It says no bend on that, which I like that.
Yeah.
Okay, so what is this? Because pesticides?
So this is for herbicides. Now, in the fall, it's a great time to do the pre-emergent herbicide, and that means that you're killing the things that will then germinate and grow in the springtime. So put this down. There's a lot of different kinds of it. You can get organic versions, and they're not going to hurt the established plants around it. Okay,
that's good. Now, what is this turf that you have? How does this prevent?
So this landscape fabric is one of the best ways that you can kill weeds. Weeds like I mentioned, sun, and they like space. So if you take that away from them and keep it dark down there, they're not going to be able to grow as easily. But the good thing about the landscape fabric is that it allows the moisture to get through because it's porous and the other plants can still flourish.
And they won't die being blocked out by the sun and everything?
Well, the weeds will, but nothing else will.
Nothing else
will. So this comes underneath, so you want to...
And this is it, right?
Yep, so these are great. These are just called landscape staples. And you put these in around the edges to hold it down. And then if you're going to have other plantings or you have things that you need to cut around or lay this around, it's really easy to do. If you're going to be planting, you just take like a straight edge knife and you cut an X in there and then drop something in. Yeah, but this, you know, you can cover this with mulch. A couple inches of mulch would be a great thing to keep the weeds away and also rock. So it's really decorative, and this is really one of the best defenses against weeds.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think we have to get it.
So there we go.
I don't know if I can get it.
I was going to wait for you to plant something, but you don't have to.
I would if we had something to plant. Amy, thank you so much for being with us on the show. And you can see Amy Matthews on HGTV's Sweat Equity.
Yeah, that's right.
All right,
thank you.